Josh and Tommy are going to do a review today of Cream of Kentucky. This is a new release that we just got here at Watchill proper. This is the 16-year-old Cream of Kentucky. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon. It is proofed at 116. This is bottle number 112, so that would lead me to believe it might be a single barrel, possibly. We'll see, maybe not.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't say single barrel, so it's kind of weird that they would put that on there like that. So it could be a blend.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, 16-year-old Cream of Kentucky, bottled for J.W. Rutledge in Crestwood, Kentucky. So we've had lots of Cream of Kentuckys done by Rutledge here lately. I think this may be the oldest one.
I think so.
That we've seen so far. Real pretty label.
I'm curious what the hearts on that label mean. And there is a meaning to those.
Yeah.
With the arrow going through the middle one.
Yeah.
There's something to that. I wish I would have researched it a little bit to find out what that means.
There's 13 hearts.
13 hearts.
And the middle one has an arrow in it.
Yeah, there's something to that. I don't know what it is.
I don't either. So
love the color.
We'll have to ask Jim.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jim is one of our all-time favorites for sure. Love the color of this.
Oh, so, man. It's like black. Yeah. It's super dark.
It is very dark. It looks appropriate to a 16-year-old.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's foolproof at 116 or if that's...
there's not a lot of indication on the bottle as far as
it doesn't say anything like that. So
single barrel,
may have proofed it down to 116 a little bit.
Jim, man. Jim's just keeping you guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely not a lot of information here. So, all right, let's give it a shot here. Wow. Good nose. Strong nose, I'd say.
Man, the right side of my nose is so good right now, and the left is not, but the right, that is fantastic on the nose.
What kind of notes you getting now? Getting a lot of alcohol right now.
I do get a lot of alcohol, and like I said, that's good.
Yeah, it seems stronger than 116, but
vanilla is really prominent on the nose for me now that I'm in there. And it's the vanilla extract. It's not the foo-foo vanilla. It's that real authentic vanilla extract smell.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with this nose. It's really strong.
This almost has my favorite nosing term, the when you open the tennis balls.
Yeah.
It almost has that.
That new tennis ball.
That new tennis ball opening the thing smell. Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit. It's fresh. It's definitely it's a fresh nose.
I don't ever get to use that, but this one's actually pretty close to where I can use it.
It is sweet. Man, I'm really struggling with this nose. It is so strong. It is in your face.
It's good though. I like it a lot. This is, from what I remember, this is the best nose of the Cream of Kentuckys that I have had. Certainly haven't had one this old, but man, this one.
There's a little dusty kind of in there.
A little bit.
Kind of gives you almost like a wild turkey nose, like a little bit of a dust kind of funk.
It isn't off the table that this is, to be honest. I mean, the one, it's probably Barton, I would think. That's what it
16-year-old?
That's what it should be, but I wouldn't be surprised that there could be something else.
And it could be a blend of a bunch of different distilleries, knowing Jim.
It could
be. There's no telling, really.
All right, I'm ready to taste.
All right. Fruity.
Little rubber bandy on the
that's a good note.
On the finish, sometimes you'll get that rubber band type of. Man, the front and mid are fantastic. The back, I'm so.
I'm getting So it's oaky, but I'm getting dusty. I'm getting like a wild turkey. I swear I'm getting a wild turkey.
A lot more dusty on the taste than the nose, for sure.
And I just say wild turkey because that's what I equate to, like dusty, funky kind of, grandma's attic kind of stuff.
If this is Barton, it's as good a Barton.
I've never had Barton like this.
I have never had a.
I don't know.
I don't know that it is either.
And I'm not really into trying to figure out where it came from.
Because we don't care.
But I'm going to tell you what. If you like wild turkey, you're going to like this.
I would agree. And I'm a wild turkey guy, and I would agree.
And I don't know that that's where it's from. But it's got, now that the glass is empty, I'm getting all kinds of that wild turkey, like funky, kind of like grandma's attic, a little bit of this dusty, good old school bourbon kind of flavor in both the taste and the nose now. Boy, it took it a minute to calm down, though.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
As much wild turkey as I've had, I wouldn't think it would be, but you can't rule it out because you're right. I mean, there is a lot of similarity, especially, man, the empty glass nose, I think it can be a really,
right. I was
really
gonna say,
vibrant,
I can finally
bold,
smell it.
man. So I'm getting all kind of notes, and there are certainly wild turkey notes in there, for sure. That would be wild if that's 16-year-old.
So it's fruity.
Juice. I don't think it is. I still think it lends itself to being Barton.
It is sweet.
But
it's a real balanced nose, balanced flavor.
It's the best cream of Kentucky that I've ever had. There has been ones that were astringent. The 10-year-old that was put out a while back, I think it was 10. It was right around there. It was astringent. There was no similarities between that one and this one at all.
I can't remember. These did like an 11 and a half and like a 13.
But when it very, very first came out,
yeah,
it's been a while back. I think his first expression was 9 or 10 or so.
Oh, and this is definitely good.
It's good. It's way better than the ones that I've had previously. So yeah, I mean it's gin too, man.
Yeah.
Of course it's good.
So what do we know about Cream of Kentucky?
Cream of Kentucky years. I mean, late 1800s. This brand was around. I think it, may have went dormant. Shinley buys it up. Who was part? Shinley was buying everything up. I think they buy it the end of Prohibition, and so they were buying anything and everything up. They were part of the Big Four, who had about probably 75-80% of all the whiskey in the United States was owned by 4 companies.
Right.
So it's crazy. But it's good. According to reports, I've never heard him specifically say this. We're both big fans of Jim Rutledge, that he is the owner of this brand.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that, but I've never heard him do. I know it's been in print. I hope. I mean, I'm such a fan of him. That guy is just, he's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah. And then all the artwork, some old school artwork from
Norman Rockwell paints all of their old school, posters and artwork through the years, which, I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an iconic brand. So Jim Rutledge has been doing it, I'd say now for 5 years, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, probably. I would say the first one came out at least 5 years ago.
2020, 2019, somewhere in that ballpark. I'm not sure exactly on that, but it's been around for a little bit. He's got a bunch of bottles out there, different expressions. This one's 16 years old. So what do you think on the nose?
On the nose, to me, it's probably, man, I liked it. I mean, 86, 87.
I'm low 8s just because, I like it sweet. I don't like the dusty. I mean, there's a place for it.
Yeah.
We have a lot of 1950s and 60s bottles, and then we have some pre-Prohibition bottles.
Yeah.
I get a lot of that.
I'm with you, man. Especially on the empty glass.
This smells 50 years old, 60 years old.
I would agree.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It is interesting.
On the taste.
Man, I'm high 8s again.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to make it in the 9s.
Yeah.
But it's 87, 88 all day long.
Yeah.
And it is worth the buy.
Oh, for sure. I'm probably mid 8s. Yeah. I don't know what this retails for. I'm going to guess 300-ish.
I don't know.
If I had to throw a number at it.
I guess we should have done our research on it. I don't know how
I know what we paid for it.
Yeah, I don't
So,
know how prevalent it'll be to be able to be bought out in the wild.
yeah,
I don't know.
I'd say you'll find it in some glass cases out
Yeah.
there somewhere. And then on the finish,
It's good. The very end, it changes a little bit. The first 75% of the finish was fantastic. I'm still getting it a little bit. It changes. Uh, I'm not going to say use the word astringent on it, but when you've had the finish for a minute or two, it kind of it changes. It's not fantastic, but it's good. The finish, I would say, is still right there, mid
yeah.
eights.
So how about 8.6?
8.6, I think, is very fair for this.
Yeah.
And I would say 8.6 plus. I mean, it might even be a plus. Plus a little bit on the 8.6 could even go to an 8.7, but it's good.
Sounds good.
Good for Jim. Love it, man.
Yeah, good 16-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon right there. So
Love it.
That's a wrap on Cream of Kentucky. Thanks.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm Tommy. This is Josh. We're the owners of Watchill Proper. We are the largest American whiskey bar in the world. We're located in Louisville, Kentucky. We'd love for you guys to come out and visit us. We offer, elevated cuisine, great cocktail list, and the wall is what people show up to see.
Definitely can satisfy your palate from standpoint of whiskeys, different bourbons, different flights. You can make your own, but we have wines, cocktails. Michael Crouch is our chef.
I was going to say,
amazing food. So we'd love to have you come out and visit. Join us for dinner, join us for a tasting. Check us out on the website, watchillproper.com. You can make reservations. You can see our events that we have on the calendar, and we'd love to have you.